glad you're here joining me at HPC. We've got lots of fun planned for you today. I want you to do me a favor though. Find 2 people in your house, somewhere around you, and I want you to thank them for being there today. All right? Nice job. Today we're taking one last look at gratitude. But being thankful and showing gratitude doesn't stop with the month of November. No. We can make it a habit, something you do without even thinking. Remember, what is gratitude? Gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. You know, it's not just a one-time thing either. It's an all-the-time thing. Like how we can give a shout out to God anytime we stop to thank Him. We still have our shout outs up here. If you haven't done a shout out and hung it somewhere at home or sent it in to me, stop and do that today, all right? Just think of a time when God helped you out or has done something for you and write a few words on a piece of paper or draw a picture and then hang it up to remind yourself of how to be thankful to God. When we're searching for the right thing to say, try gratitude. Your life has a bunch of fill in the blank spots, right? I mean, every day is full of times when you could say anything. Why not fill in those blanks with gratitude? We were made to give praise to God every single day. That's what I love about this time together. It's a great way for us to do the thing we were made to do. We can sing to Jesus now and tell Him that we trust Him through anything we might face in life. Come on, let's sing.
Before the day I took a breath, you had a plan for my every step. You promised to always be by my side. I believe that you are the way, you are the truth, you are the light. So I sing this to you. You keep your promises every day. I will believe in everything that you say. Yeah, in the dark I know you're making a way. Jesus, I will trust you. You're always good at everything that you do, and I know everything that you say is true. And every moment you are leading me through. Jesus, I will trust you. I wanna be honest and true and do what's right the way you do. You're teaching me to take a stand and live for you, 'cause I believe that you are the way, you are the truth, you are the light. So I sing this to you. You keep your promises every day. I will believe in everything that you say. Yeah, in the dark I know you're making a way. Jesus, I will trust you. You're always good at everything that you do, and I know everything that you say is true. And every moment you are leading me through. Jesus, I will trust you. Even in the moments I feel alone, I know I can trust that you're working and holding my world in your hands. Even in the moments I feel alone, I know I can trust that you're working and holding my world in your hands. You are the way, you are the truth, you are the life. So I sing this to you. You keep your promises every day. I will believe in everything that you say. Yeah, in the dark I know you're making a way. Jesus, I will trust you. You're always good at everything that you do, and I know everything that you say is true. And every moment you are leading me through. Jesus, I will trust you.
Guys, that was so good. I am so thankful for God's love. He loved us so much that He sent His Son Jesus to be our Savior. Listen to these words from Revelation 7:12. May praise and glory and wisdom be given to our God forever and ever. Give Him thanks and honor and power and strength. Amen. What God says is true. What He says about us is true. Let's give thanks to Him for who He is and for who he made us to be. Let's sing this last song.
Every time I'm feeling down, you pick me up. Sing, oh, oh. And when my heart is feeling emptied out, you fill my cup. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. Yeah! T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Here we go, verse 2. I'm grateful for the way you've been a friend to me. Sing, oh, oh. And even in the deepest, darkest night, you help me see. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say.
I am super grateful that I get to share what's in the Bible with you, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. Today we're looking at something the Apostle Paul wrote in a letter to the church in Corinth, which we call 1 Corinthians. In this part of the letter, Paul was talking to the believers in Corinth about a really cool and special kind of celebration. We have lots of celebrations that remind us of something important that happened before, like your birthday, for example. On your birthday, we're celebrating the day that you were born. At Christmas, we celebrate how Jesus was born. At Easter, we celebrate how Jesus died on the cross and then rose from the dead. Well, there's another celebration that happens often in churches around the world, and that's what Paul was writing about in his letter to the Corinthians. It's called communion, or the Lord's Supper. At HPC, we celebrate communion monthly as a way to remember Christ's body broken for us and his blood shed on the cross. Today, we're taking a look at the background of this cool Christian celebration. What does it all mean? Where does it come from? Why do we celebrate it? Why is there food involved? To help me piece together this story for you, though, I thought we'd watch the So and So Show for their help. Let's watch.
Oh, fantastic. That was Johnny Boy and the Beef Jerky Boys running away from a fight. Up next, we got more hits for you. But first, let's take some calls. Hello, you are on WSO So with John.
Hey, John, this is Steve at WJED in Skokie. Just wanted to give a shout out and say thank you for bringing so much joy to the people.
Thanks, Steve. Right back at you. Hey, you're on the air with John.
John, this is Barb and Vidalia at WON. Just wanted to say thank you. You're sweeter than honeycomb dipped in molasses. Keep up the good work, sugar.
Thanks, Barb. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, this is Brandon, your co-host on the So-and-So Show. I wanted to give you a shout out and say, you're the best host ever.
But seriously, Brandon, if anyone is the best host ever, it's you, buddy.
Yeah. How about some music from Planet John's guitar hit, Chain Reaction of Love?
You're not the only one who's good at impersonations.
Whoa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon.
I'm John.
And welcome to the So-and-So Show. So, John.
Hey, Jabberwocky is a nonsense poem written by Lewis Carroll, included in his novel Through the Looking Glass.
Yeah. Okay, John.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to do the show with me today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just have to get my daily reading in.
Okay, right now?
Yeah. I mean, it's important to make a habit of reading a little bit every day, kids.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Today I'm reading this classic, The Jay in Kekalapadaya.
Do you have to read it in the middle of the show?
I've missed a few days and I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, how many days?
What day is it? 1, 2, 3 years. Huh. Did you know that Jacksonville, Florida is the largest city by land area in the continental United States?
I did not know that.
This book is incredible. You can learn almost anything you want, as long as it starts with a J and existed before 1967. Yeah, I don't know why more people haven't read it.
Yeah, me neither. By the way, if you don't know what an encyclopedia is, you can look it up on the internet, along with literally anything else you want to learn about.
What? Not all jaguars have spots. That's crazy.
John, please read that some other time. We're in the middle of something here.
I know, but I found that I have a better chance of keeping a good habit when I habit stack.
When you what now?
When I habit stack.
Yeah, I heard the words.
It's when you take one habit and you stack it onto another. Like, I'm in the habit of doing the So-and-So Show with you every week. If I stack my reading habit on top of that, then I won't forget to read.
Okay, can't you stack it onto another habit? I mean, what's another habit you have?
Well, when I wake up in the morning, I have a habit of screaming before I do anything else.
Why in the world?
Clears the lungs.
Oh, fine. Okay, why don't you habit stack reading after your morning scream?
Oh, because after my morning scream, I drink my morning coffee.
Okay, then habit stack reading after your coffee.
Oh, but that would get in the way of my morning cry.
Is the paddleball part of it?
Habit stacking.
Okay. So you've got a full morning.
Uh-huh.
All right. But we've got to figure out some place to stack your reading habit.
Okay, we can make a game of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah!
habit stacking heroes.
The game is easy. Instead of doing habits one after another, we're going to do them all at once. Whoever can do the most good habits at the same time wins. Make sense?
Not at all. Let's play.
Ready, set, go!
Brush your teeth.
Okay.
Easy.
Uh-huh. Look at that.
Sit-ups.
Zero.
Okay. All right.
Practice math.
What? Okay. Practice math. This is easy. I don't even need a calculator.
2 equals 4.
Vocal warm-ups.
Oh. Cats can't kick cups. Cats can't kick cups.
Do the bicycle.
Cats can't kick cups.
You're both winners.
Oh. Really? Hey, I've never felt more productive.
It's Bible story time with Cameron.
Hey, good people.
Hey, Cameron. Thanks again for taking our friend Kellen's place this month.
Anytime. What's going on with you guys today?
Habit stacking. You want to try?
Trust me, Cameron, it's a hard no.
Okay, but habits can be good sometimes. In fact, today we're talking about a habit that began thousands of years ago that's still happening today.
Awesome. Take it away, Cameron.
You've probably heard of the Lord's Supper, or maybe you've heard it called communion, or even a really fancy word like Eucharist. Different people observe the Lord's Supper in different ways, sometimes every week or every month, or maybe a few times a year. Sometimes people use bread and wine, sometimes they use juice and crackers. But even though everyone does it a little bit differently, the reason they do it is the same. They do it to remember. When Jesus and his disciples were having their Last Supper together, they themselves were remembering something called the Passover. Hundreds of years before Jesus, God's people, the Israelites, were slaves in Egypt. And God chose a man named Moses to rescue his people from the Egyptian Pharaoh. Moses said,
Let my people go.
but the Pharaoh refused, so God sent 10 plagues: frogs, sick animals, flies. But the 10th plague was by far the worst. Moses warned Pharaoh that if he didn't let God's people go, every firstborn son in Egypt would die, including Pharaoh's own son. But Pharaoh refused. God gave the Israelites a way to protect themselves from what was coming. They were to sacrifice a lamb, then spread some of its blood on the doorframe of their houses. This would be a sign for God to pass over that home and not harm anyone inside. That night, those with the blood of the lamb on their doorframes were spared. But Pharaoh's firstborn son died, along with every other firstborn son in Egypt. So Pharaoh sent the Israelites away. After hundreds of years in slavery, they were finally free. That's what Jesus and his disciples were remembering during their last meal together. They were remembering the day when God rescued his people from slavery in Egypt. But Jesus was about to give the celebration a whole new meaning for you and me. When Jesus had given thanks, he broke the bread and he said,
This is my body. It is given for you. Every time you eat it, do it in memory of me.
After supper, Jesus took the cup of wine and said,
This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Every time you drink it, do it in memory of me.
Jesus knew that God had a plan for another incredible rescue. This time, he would rescue the whole world. And this time, Jesus himself would be the sacrifice. That's why we celebrate the Lord's Supper today. So we can show God how grateful we are to him for sending his son, and so that we can get in the habit of remembering how Jesus gave his life to save you and me. The end.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, it's so cool to think that when we take communion or the Lord's Supper, we're literally doing something that Christians have been doing since the beginning of the church.
And that's over 100 years.
Try 2,000 years.
I say again, wow.
Yeah. It's important for us to have things we do regularly that can remind us to be grateful to God.
Hey, you ought to have it stacked that, John.
Yeah, I'll put that right after my morning cry. You see, Cameron.
You don't have to explain.
Okay.
Thanks for the story, Cameron.
You bet, guys. See you next time.
Looks like we've got some remembering to do, John.
I'm ready to try, but it's just hard for me. I can't even remember to send my Aunt Maisie a thank you card for my graduation present.
Your graduation?
Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to do it for 25 years.
Reveal the question! What helps you remember to be grateful?
Well, doing the Lord's Supper helps me remember to be grateful for what Jesus did for us.
Yeah, and being outside can help me remember to be thankful for all the beautiful things God made.
Yeah, what about you? What helps you remember to be grateful? Not just to God, but to people too.
Yeah, talk about it together.
And we'll see you next time on the So and So Show. And I'll be moving on to the K in the Encyclopedia. Can't wait to tell you the major export of Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan.
I can't wait either. Bye.
Bye.
The Last Supper. Remember what Jesus said when he was celebrating the Passover with his friends? Paul included it in his letter. It says in 1 Corinthians, "This is my body. It is given for you. Every time you eat it, do it in memory of me." And then he said, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood. Every time you drink it, do it in memory of me." Whoa, Jesus changed the meaning of the Passover in an amazing way. Remember that the original Passover meal was a way to celebrate how God had brought his people out of slavery. When Jesus died on the cross, he took the punishment for the things we do that are wrong. He set us free from sin. The bread of communion is a reminder of how Jesus sacrificed himself for us. It was just like the Passover lamb that saved God's people so long ago. And the drink is a reminder of how Jesus allowed his own blood to be spilled so that we could live. Jesus added new meaning to an old habit. He took the amazing tradition of Passover and refilled it, creating a whole new celebration in what we call communion. Communion looks a little different in different churches, but what's most important is the reason why we celebrate it. We take communion to remember why and how Jesus died on the cross for us and set us free. We make a habit of celebrating communion as a way to share our gratitude to Jesus. Communion is just one way that we can get in the habit of being grateful. But wow, it is such a great thing for us to do together. We need to find those kinds of reminders every day that help us remember to be thankful to God and to other people. Remember, we need to get in the habit of being grateful. Right now, let's talk to God and tell him how thankful we are for all that he's done for us. God, we are so thankful for you. We are so thankful for everything you do for us and the way you work in our lives. Lord, we thank you most especially for your son, Jesus, who gave his body and his blood for us. He set us free by the actions on the cross. We love you and we thank you for everything. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. What Jesus did for us was simply amazing. We should take time to remember him and celebrate him together. Just like we take time out to celebrate birthdays, Christmas, Easter, or even things like graduation, we can take some time to remember all that God has done. Communion is a great way that we can do that together. For those who believe in Jesus, communion is a way for us to remember that Jesus died for us on that cross. The bread reminds us of his body, and the cup reminds us of the blood that he shed for our sins. It's important for us to celebrate these things. It helps us get in the habit of being grateful. That's what we need to remember today. Get in the habit of being grateful. When we take time to thank God, it reminds us that he's always with us. It reminds us that we can trust him no matter what. It can help us live in a grateful way every day. Grateful to God and grateful to the people around us. I hope you remember to carry this attitude of gratitude with you always. And even as we move on to a new theme next month, think about how to show this gratitude always. Make sure you check out the website, huntersvillepres.org/kids for this week's activity sheet. Have a great week. See you guys soon.
Where does gratitude start? With your words? Oh, hold on one second. Hello? Oh, thanks. In your head? What about your heart? Being thankful includes all of those things, your heart, your head, and your words. But I think gratitude truly begins with your eyes. It starts with paying attention, stopping to see the people around you and all the other beautiful things in your life, like the way your dad buttered and cut your toast just the way you like it. That crossing guard standing in the pouring rain to make it safe for you to get to school. The way your kid brother can turn even cleaning your room into a party. Your fingerprints that God designed for you and no one else in the whole world. That amazing, breathtaking sunset on the way home from dance class. When you truly see these things, it changes your heart. The words bubble up in your mind and you can't help but say thank you. The more you remember to thank God and the people around you, the more others can see God at work in you. And that's why gratitude is an amazing way to worship God with your life. Because worship is about more than just singing loud. It's all about living loud.